So I decided to do something I've never done before. I am going to show you guys what's on my phone for 2019. So let's run through it. I have the typical stuff in the first row. This is just my Amazon, eBay, Bank of America. These are self-explanatory. We'll go to finances. I have the Cash app. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it better. Okay, so you have the Cash app. I have Google Pay, Venmo, and Zelly. Zelly is the ones I work with all the banks. You guys should know that one already. I have the camera app, calculator. All these stuff is self-explanatory. I got games. I got Hearthstone, one of my favorite games. Twister Arrow. I got Prince of Persia. I have City Fighter. I have Sniper 3D that I don't play at all. I have Kung Fu Z. That's a pretty good game. I got Boxing Star. That's a pretty good game. And then I have Champions. That's a pretty good game too. Now, I have Credit Karma for my credit scores. All these typical stuff. These are all typical. These are all typical. My social media. I have Snapchat, Google Plus, Instagram, Facebook. I got Waze, because it lets you know where the cops are and everything, which I like. WhatsApp, because I'm West Indian. I speak to a lot of people overseas. In here, my Google folder, I have Google Play Music, because I pay for Google Play Music, and it's included. What it includes is YouTube Red, so that's pretty cool. I got Google Photos to back up all my photos, so I don't have to pay for iCloud storage. And YouTube, of course, everybody has YouTube. Google Maps, I have PhotoScan. PhotoScan is basically an app that if you want to take a picture of a picture, you use PhotoScan and it scans the picture real good and it takes a nice good picture of it, which is pretty cool. Google Assistant, you guys should know about this. I use this to ask it what's the weather, to navigate somewhere, what's my calendar, stuff like that. Google Home is what you use to basically set up all your Google Chromecast, your Google speakers, all that stuff. YouTube Studios is what I use to reply to you guys with comments and everything. Let's move on to the next page. Facebook Messenger, Shazam. You guys should know what Shazam is. JetBlue. Speed tests. I use that to test the speed. Photo Vault is basically what I use to hide my photos of whatever I have that I don't want anybody to see the photos of. My wife. And I got ADT in my house, so that's what I use to access my ADT, turn it on and off. I got play memories. Basically, this is only for Sony. This is for the Sony camera that I'm using right now. I don't know why I'm freezing up. It's for the Sony camera that I'm using right now. And basically, what that does is allows me to send photos between the camera and my phone through Wi-Fi without having Wi-Fi. So I could wirelessly send it. And if I had like an Android phone, I could NFC it from my camera to the phone, which is pretty cool. And I'm using the Sony A5000 if anybody was curious. This is my PlayStation stuff. As you can see, I don't use them. This is where I get my wallpapers from, Zedge and Vellum. I can't do unless I use that. This is my Uber, Lyft. Duolingo is what I was using to basically, what I was using it for is to learn Spanish. This is basically, this is just a web page that I put on the screen to my charger that charges my phone, my watch, and my AirPods at the same time. This is Google. I don't know why that's there, but I got felt cards. Is basically you can make a custom cards for somebody that you care about. Sorry, let me put it so you can see it. Felt is basically like I use it to make cards for my wife. I can specialize it with pictures, writings and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool app. Every time I don't use these apps, it's like they just come off the phone. Fios TV, I use that to watch TV. f0r, I use that to go shopping. Groupon, I use that to go shopping. Bottle Flip, I don't even know why I still have this on my phone. Disney to go. YouTube Kids, I have that for my son. And Booking, that's self-explanatory. If I'm not mistaken, I use that to book hotels or something. Whatever. Up here, as you can see, I got PayPal, Google Calendar, because I still save stuff on Google Calendar. Evernote, I use that to save some of my notes. SoundCloud, music. Remind, that's for my son's school, so whenever the teachers want to reach out to me or I want to reach out to the teachers, they send me stuff through here. Force field is something that you're supposed to put on your kid's iPad, and you'll be able to control certain things they can and cannot do, and you could set timer for how long they can play certain apps for and stuff like that. I don't even use it. Amazon Prime Videos, I have it, but I don't use it neither. Filmborn is a camera app that I use, what I used to use, and basically it allows you to adjust the brightness and stuff like that, and it's a pretty cool app. It's a pretty cool app, but I was looking for something else because I realized that it was kind of limited, and it's pretty cool because you could change the filters on it. Let me zoom out so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you could change the filters. You could put like let me see. You can see the black and white filter. You have different type of filters you could put, and you could add more filters and stuff like that. It's not a bad app. You could tell if your picture is lean or straight, stuff like that. It's not a bad app. It's pretty cool, but I found something that I think is better, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. So let's zoom back in so we can go run through the rest of these things. Have files, don't use it. Discord, don't use it. You should know what Discord is. For like people like you could converse with people and stuff like that through it. It's mostly for gamers. Flight Radar, I use it to track flights. These are extras, so those are stuff that come on the phone. Don't care about those. Boom, movies. As you can see, I got this right here to get my movies, and then I got Netflix, Starbucks, iTunes. I got Twitch. I got Snapchat. I mean Snapfish. Laugh Out Loud. That's Kevin Hart's app. It's pretty cool. Got some old school like stand-ups on there that I think is pretty cool. I got finances on here. I used to use Dash and Ernie. Ernie is like basically it tracks everything that you have on Amazon. So if it ever goes down in price, you get that money back, whatever it goes down to. So if it goes down $2, you get $2 back or whatever. I don't use it. Got Spotify, and I only got it just to get the free Google Home that I told you guys about. I got travel, which is I got the MTA and the train time. That's for like the LIR and stuff like that. I got the Target app. I don't use it. IFTT, I don't even know why I have it on my phone. I do not use it. Let's go over here. Google Keep. I use it somewhat. Twitter, I use it somewhat. iHeartRadio. I link this to my Google Home. So basically, if I want to listen to like regular radio stations, like Hot 97, stuff like that, you could tell the Google to play the radio and tell it what channel you want to hear, and then it would just play it just by you having this iHeartRadio on Apple on your phone. Walgreens, I go there a lot. 6 p.m. Now 6 p.m., let me go into it. Some of you guys probably don't know what 6 p.m. is. 6 p.m. is the baby to Zappos. So Zappos have their big website, and 6 p.m. is like their baby website. So it's like I don't know if you guys know, there's Aldo, right? And then there's this store called it Spring, which is one of my favorite stores. So basically, Aldo is like the Gucci to the game, right? And then The College Spring would be like the baby store to it. So this is the baby store, the Zappos, and you could go here and get all kind of sneakers. You could get Converse, you could get Vans, you could get Jordans, you get whatever you want. The difference is on this, it's very limited with the amount of things they have. So once they sold out, they sold out. It's like it goes real quick. It goes real quick. So whatever you see, if you see something that you like and you find your size, you gotta like put it in your cart and pay for it right away, just to make sure you secure the item. But this is one of my favorite apps. I go there to buy my kids sneakers and stuff, and don't be scared, they're not fake. These are official products. Okay. I have right here, I have Google Chrome, and now you're probably wondering, why do I have two different browsers? This is for my naughty stuff, and I use Safari for my clean stuff. Okay, just in case you're nosy and you want to be all up in my business. All right, Gboard, you guys know that's my favorite keyboard to use on my iPhone. Got it right here. You could use Google search from right here, search for whatever you want from right here. You could search for GIFs. You can make your own GIFs if you want. The cool thing about it is you could search for YouTube videos from in the keyboard. You could search for locations. You can send people contacts. This keyboard is hands down the best keyboard ever, and you can swipe on it, and it's pretty cool. I'm going to show you one thing that this keyboard does that the iPhone keyboard doesn't do, but the what's his name keyboard does it, which makes no sense to me. I don't know if you guys know, but on the iPad, right, it has big letters, right, and then on the top row of the letters it has numbers on it. So now if you want to get each one of those letters, all you gotta do is swipe down on each letter and it will give you the number. So if you was on a Y like me, and for me Y is 6. So now if I wanted a 6, I swipe up on this and I would get a 6, right, without switching like this to go back and forth, which is really annoying. I just swipe up and I get the number 6. On the iPad, you swipe down and you get the numbers. Now, on the iPhones, they didn't give you those options. These top row letters do not have numbers on it at all, which is really, really sad. So, with the Google keyboard, you can actually do that. So, I could type the numbers 7, 8, 6, 9, and as you can see, all the numbers are right there with no problem. And I got all the emojis that you would have, so you don't have to worry about losing your emojis, or if they have the updated ones and you don't have it. The cool thing about it is you still get the emojis from the Apple keyboard, and you still got the emojis from the Google keyboard. And like I said, you can make your own GIFs. You can go right here and make a GIF, and look. Now look, see? That's your GIF, and you can save it, send it to anybody that you want to, and it's pretty cool. And it could, so that's the Google keyboard. Let's move on. Feedback, LG TV. I use that to. It was. Let me see. Sorry. LG TV. That was something for the TV when I first got it, but sorry, I don't use it. JW Library. That's for my folks. They're Jehovah's Witnesses, and sometimes I go to meeting with them. And it has the Bible in there, it has the songs, everything. Body weight, I don't even use it. Smart Life, that's what I use for my smart bulbs to turn it on and off. Somebody told me to download this to practice something, but I don't use it. Quick Thoughts, you can actually answer some questions on here, and basically you would get money. They would give you money for answering certain stuff. Mobile Pass, that's basically if you travel all the time and you want to skip the line and just go on the Mobile Pass line with your passport and everything filled out to just get through quick, you can use that. I have Geico, so I use it to pay my Geico bill. Uber driver, I do Uber sometimes. Privacy, I don't even know what that's for. Let's Go, I use that to buy a lot of the stuff like my Nest thermostat and all that stuff I got from Let Go, because instead of me paying full price, I just go here, boom, and people be selling it for good prices. Smart Things, I don't know what I use that for. I don't even use it. Whatever. Textgram. That's basically, I use that to write stuff that you want to post on Instagram, because you know Instagram only does pictures, so you can use that to write whatever you want to write. I'll show you guys a quick, see, so I made these and you can save them, you can create your own little one. So down here you can go to templates modes, and these are examples of different ones they have. If you want, you can change the background to different backgrounds, as you can see, and then you can double tap to write whatever you want to write, and then from there on you can send it to Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want to put it. And that's it. Google Voice, I don't use it. I go to BP sometimes and they give you a discount, so I don't know. Shortcuts, I use it because whenever I want to summon Google without going into the Google app, I could just say and boom, just like that. Alright, popcorn time, I don't use it, so I could delete that. Mix styles is like for pictures. Alright, so let me show you my app that I use to take all my amazing photos. It's Halid or Halide or whatever you want to pronounce it. This app is phenomenal. You do have to pay for it, but what I love about this app is, see this word depth, and you know how it is with the regular camera. When you put on portrait mode, let me zoom out. Alright, with the regular camera, when you put on portrait mode, right? Let's go to portrait. Now, you see how it always says, like this, you gotta light up yellow for portrait mode to be activated and for it to actually work. Now with this app, oh god, why did it go to that? For this app, you don't need to do that at all. Once you put on depth, automatically you can take portrait picture of anything. That doesn't even matter about the lighting or nothing, which is pretty cool, because you know for a regular camera you need a proper lighting, you need the proper distance and all that stuff for it to work. This, you don't need it at all. You can still do your 1 to 2 times zoom, right? You can still flip the camera around. You could take raw pictures, or you could take JPEG, whatever they call it. They have timer, they have the grids, they have the flash, they have all these stuff, and you can go into settings, see all this stuff they have in settings. This camera is amazing. The only problem that I'm having now, and I realize it's happening even with the regular camera, is I guess the software version I'm running on, this is not updated to that software version. So every time I take portrait pictures, like if I would take 4 or 5 pictures, and sometimes it would just straight boom crash, and then I have to keep going back into the app. So I'm not blaming the app, because even the regular camera app is doing the same thing. But this camera is amazing. You can adjust brightness just like that. You can adjust it like this, right? And no matter how you go in an area where for some reason it's too bright, you could darken it. If you go somewhere where it's too dark, you could brighten it without actually using a flash or anything like that, which is pretty amazing, because I take pictures in the dark with just messing with this and not losing quality, and able to just snap a picture, boom, and it just takes a phenomenal picture. And as you can see, you can mess with this right here. Like, this is the focus. Like, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool app. You guys should definitely look into it. Even if the app costs $10, I recommend it 100%. Buy it. It's a really good app. You start taking better pictures, guarantee. So if you follow me on Instagram, you see some of my pictures I started posting. All these pictures are taken from this. They're really amazing. Nest. Let me zoom back in. Now, Nest. You guys know what Nest is. My Nest thermostat. I use it to control it, temperature, to set my house away, stuff like that, whatever. Now, Power Apps, that's something that I use for work. Word Scrapes, that's basically a game that is like I forgot what that thing is called, like the puzzle stuff. I'll show you real quick. So basically it's like you got to make the words to fill in all these spaces right here. It's pretty cool, works on your vocabulary, stuff like that. This game is a new game that I started playing and I fell in love with it. It's called Matchington. It's basically an app where you gain, for some reason you got this house, this mansion. I guess somebody in your family died or something, if I'm not mistaken, and they gave you this big behind mansion, and you got to fix the mansion up, and then you got people trying to buy it from you, and it's just a bunch of stuff. It's pretty unique, pretty cool. Acorn. So the app I really wanted to show you guys is this app called Acorn. Acorn is an investor's app. Basically, what it does is you add your debit card, credit card, and basically any purchases you made. If you purchase something from Walgreens for $1, right? And matter of fact, not $1, $1.50. Now you have 50 cents left to round it to $2. What they do is take that money to round it to the nearest dollar, right, which is 50 cents, and invest it in your Acorn account. Now what's so cool about that is once you reach up to $5, what would happen is that $5 they would then take and invest it in a big company like Apple or one of them. They would invest in a company where you couldn't really afford their stocks, but they would take that money, invest it in those accounts, then you would accumulate interest on that account. So one time I invested it was up to $50, and when I checked, it was up to $75. So that's all from interest, which was pretty cool. So what I did was I deleted the app off my phone, and I just kept on using it like that. Like I took money from it plenty of times, but what I realized is because I knew the app was there, I knew the money was there, I just kept on touching the money. So I was like, you know what? I just delete the app off my phone, just keep using my card and don't touch it at all. And that's what I've been doing. Now, you guys are going to be in my business, and that's fine. So I'm going to unlock the app. This is the app right here. Unfortunately, I haven't had the app on my phone in a while, so I don't even know how to read this thing anymore like I did before. Before, it was self-explanatory. You had how much you invested, how much you accumulated, and it was just boom. It's very simple. Now they updated it, and I don't even know how to read this thing anymore. But right now, I have $277 in my account, and I don't even know how much I invested and how much I don't know. I don't know how to explain it anymore. So what I'm gonna have to do is play with this app or try to figure out what they've changed and how they've been changed.